Across the globe, these structures standing tall, each telling a unique story of defense, strategy, and history. Today we're discussing, that's right, historic forts built centuries ago were designed to protect borders, control vital waterways, and safeguard nations during times of war. Our first stop is Fort Jefferson, located in the Dry Tortugas National Park in Florida. Built between 1846 and 1875, this imposing structure was designed to protect the nation's southern waters and the strategic Gulf of Mexico shipping lanes. The fort stands at 30 feet tall and is built with red brick. During its time, it was used as a military prison, most famously holding Dr. Samuel Mudd, who was involved in the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln. Today, visitors can reach the fort by boat or seaplane, exploring its large walls and breathtaking views. It's one of the most remote national parks in the U.S., offering an immersive history lesson amidst clear blue waters and vibrant marine life. Second on the list, we head to Fort Pulaski in Savannah, Georgia. Built between 1829 and 1847, this well-preserved fort was a key site during the Civil War. With walls that rise 25 feet, it was considered nearly impenetrable until the introduction of rifled cannonballs. In 1862, Union forces successfully laid siege to the fort, signaling a significant shift in military tactics. Fort Pulaski is now a national monument, offering visitors a chance to experience its moats, drawbridges, and original cannons. Its rich history and stunning architecture make it a must-see for anyone interested in military history. Third on the list, Fort George. Heading across the Atlantic, we arrive at Fort George in Inverness, Scotland. Completed in 1769, this massive fortress was built after the Jacobite Rising of 1745 to protect the British Army from any further uprisings. The fort's strategic location, perched high on a cliff overlooking the Moray Firth, made it a key defensive structure. Fort George spans 42 acres and includes barracks, gun batteries, and a chapel. Today, it's open to the public, offering visitors a glimpse into Scotland's turbulent past while enjoying panoramic views of the surrounding countryside. Fourth on the list, Castillo de San Felipe del Moro. Located in Puerto Rico, Castillo de San Felipe del Moro stands proudly over the city of San Juan. Construction began in 1539, and it was intended to defend the island from sea invasions. Rising 140 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, it's a stunning example of military architecture from the Spanish colonial era. The fort played a key role in the defense of Puerto Rico, especially during the attacks by the British in the 17th and 18th centuries. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing visitors who can explore its fort's surroundings, dungeons, and enjoy the incredible coastal views. Fifth on the list, Castillo de San Marcos. Located in St. Augustine, Florida, stands the historic Castillo de San Marcos. This fort was completed in 1695 by the Spanish to protect the city from British and pirate attacks. What makes Castillo de San Marcos unique is that it's built from coquina stone, a material that absorbed the impact of cannonballs. The fort rises 20 feet high and covers about 2.5 acres. It is the oldest masonry fort in the continental United States, offering visitors a chance to experience colonial history firsthand. Visitors can explore the fort's grounds, watch historic reenactments, and learn about the military strategies that once took place here. Sixth on the list, Fort Niagara, located in Youngstown, New York, has a fascinating history dating back to 1679, originally built by the French to control the fur trade and protect the area from British and Native American threats. The fort has been a significant military post throughout various conflicts, including the French and Indian War and the War of 1812. Standing at 40 feet tall, it offers sweeping views of Lake Ontario. Today, Fort Niagara is a state park and historical site where visitors can explore the fort's bastions, the historic Old Fort, and the French castle, which is still intact. Seventh on the list, Fort Copacabana. Fort Copacabana is a key landmark in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Built in 1914, this fort is located at the base of the famous Copacabana Beach and was originally part of Brazil's coastal defense system. Rising up to 60 feet, the fort is strategically positioned to protect the entrance to Guanabara Bay. The fort is well known for its role during the Brazilian Revolution of 1922, when rebellious soldiers staged a coup here. Today, visitors can tour its historical museum, explore the armaments, and enjoy breathtaking views of the beach and city skyline. 8th on the list, Fort Adams. Located in Newport, Rhode Island, Fort Adams is one of the largest coastal forts in the United States. Built between 1798 and 1857, it was designed to protect the strategic entrance to Narragansett Bay. The fort spans over 22 acres and stands 40 feet tall, with a complex system of tunnels, ramparts, and bastions. Fort Adams was active during the Civil War and both World Wars. Visitors today can explore the fort's historic buildings, walk along its fort's surroundings, and attend annual events such as the Newport Folk Festival, making it a vibrant and educational destination. 9th on the list, Fort Sumpter, located in Charleston Harbor in South Carolina, is famous for being the site of the first shots of the Civil War. Built in 1829, the fort's strategic location at the entrance to the harbor made it a key defensive structure. Standing at 50 feet high, it was heavily fortified with walls made from brick and stone. During the Civil War, Confederate forces attacked the fort in 1861, marking the beginning of the conflict. Today, Fort Sumpter is a national monument where visitors can take a ferry to explore the fort's ruins, learn about its historical significance, and reflect on its role in shaping American history. Finally, we visit Fort SaintJean, located in Marseille, France. Built in the 17th century by the French to protect the entrance to the old port of Marseille, the fort is an iconic piece of military architecture. Standing at 80 feet tall, Fort SaintJean is strategically located on a promontory overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. It was used to defend the city during times of conflict, and later it became part of a larger military complex. Today, Fort SaintJean is part of the Museum of European and Mediterranean Civilizations and offers stunning views of the sea and the city, making it a must-see for anyone visiting Marseille. As we wrap up on these incredible forts, not only tell stories of battles, defense, and military strategy, but they also serve as important cultural landmarks. Whether you're an avid history lover, a traveler, or someone looking to explore breathtaking views, these historic forts offer something for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Top 10 Lowdowns. And remember, historic forts are timeless symbols of defense and resilience. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time.